Assalamu alaikum. How are you, friends? So today we discuss about the very important topic of geography, canals and straits. So canal and straits. So this is the Bosphorus canal. The Bosphorus in Turkey is one of the busiest waterway in the world, linking the Black Sea to the Aegean and Mediterranean Sea, and thence to the outside world. All shipping bound for departing from the Black Sea port of the Kontaza and Odessa have to trans this canal, about 19 miles long and 1 mile wide. This is the map of Turkey. You can see this is the Bosphorus canal. The Panama Canal is about 50 miles long and link the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean. This is the Panama Canal. You know, this is the Atlantic Ocean, this is the Pacific Ocean. It links Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. The Suez Canal. The Suez Canal is one of the world's most heavily used shipping lanes, with an average of 55 ships using it daily. Completed between 1858 to 1869. The masterpiece of Ferdinand de Lesseps, the Suez Canal is immediately cut the distance between Europe and the Far East, allowing vessels to avoid the long and arduous voyage around the Cape. The canal is 180 miles long and the minimum depth is 16.1 meters. In 1956, a joint British-French Israel attempt to keep the canal out of the political control of Egypt was thwarted, and within 11 years the canal was closed on 5th June 1967 for exactly 8 years. Opening again on 5th June 1975, 54 vessels had been trapped in the canal when it was closed by Egypt. The closure led to huge increase in the price of oil and the birth of the VLCC supertanker needed to get oil to Europe in the large quantity via Cape. The Dover Strait. Up to 600 vessels pass through the Strait of Dover every day, ranking it above even the Strait of Singapore, separating Indonesia and the city-state, as the world's busiest route for the vessel. Cargo ships, tankers and fishing boats moving between the North Sea and Atlantic regularly cross paths with similar passenger ferries shuttling between British, French and Belgian ports. Shipping density per annum. This is a map. The Magellan Strait vessels too large to go through the Panama Canal are generally called capesize vessels because they have to take much longer southern route via the Cape of God Hope in southern Africa to pass from Atlantic to Pacific Ocean, or vice versa. However, the name capesize is confusing because it is sometimes mistakenly thought to refer the Cape Horn. Few ships would want to encounter the violent weather around Cape Horn, preferring either to go via South Africa or, if they need to go via South America, to use the calmer and slightly shorter route through the Magellan Strait. A canal that waves its way through numerous small islands just north of Cape Horn, and the chief port of which is Punta Arenas. This is the Magellan Strait. The strait are named after Ferdinand Magellan, who is in 1519 fully took a fleet of 3 ships out of an original fleet of 5 through these strait for the first time. While trying to get the Spice Island in the Pacific, he succeeded but died later during the expedition. There is a light-hearted memorial to the first transit. Those who today sail on vessel through the strait for the first time are often given an officially stamped Explorer Ace certificate, such as one sent to us by Luis Gustavo Cruz from the Brazil. The route through Magellan Strait. More than 50,000 vessels per year transit the 621-mile long Strait of Malacca, linking the Indian and Pacific Ocean. The Strait of Malacca is shortest sea route between three of the world's most populous countries, India, China and Indonesia, and therefore is considered to be key choke point in the Asia. This is the Malacca Strait. The narrowest point of this shipping lane is Phillips Channel in the Singapore Strait, which is only 1.5 mile wide. It is narrow point. This creates a natural bottleneck with the potential for a collision ground or oil spill. In addition, piracy has historically been a regular occurrence in the Singapore Strait, but over the past 15 years has grown alarmingly. So 400 shipping lines and 700 ports worldwide rely on the Malacca and Singapore Strait to get to the Singapore port. For example, 80% of Japan's oil comes from the Middle East via Malacca Strait. To escape the strait, world would force a ship travel an extra 994 miles from the Gulf. All excess capacity of the world fleet might be absorbed, with the effect strongest for crude oil shipment and dry bulk such as coal. Closure of Strait Malacca would immediately raise freight rates worldwide, with Chinese oil importers from the Middle East increase steadily. The Strait of Malacca is likely to grow in strategic importance. The Strait of Hormuz. If there was ever a jugular vein for the world's economy, then the Strait of Hormuz is where it is situated. Near the bottom end of the 600-mile-long Persian-Arabian Gulf, the Strait of Hormuz at their narrowest point are just 34 miles across between the Sultanate of Oman and the Islamic Republic of Iran. Vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz have to adhere to strict traffic separation schemes which provide 2-mile wide channel for inbound and outward bound vessels with the 2-mile buffer zone in between. This is the map of Strait of Hormuz. This is the Strait of Hormuz. 80% of oil produced in the Persian Gulf is transported by tanker through the Strait of Hormuz, which means over 30 million barrels of oil per day. Such volumes make the Strait of Hormuz strategically vital, and at the time of international tension in the Middle East, US and British naval vessels are always present to ensure the continuity of oil flow. Many of the small island and coastal lines are still disputed between Oman, Iran and United Arab Emirates. It is estimated that globally 30% of oil transported by sea has to pass through the strait. The Weld Canal, linking Lake Ontario with Lake Erie and thence to the Central Lawrence Seaway, widening the Niagara Falls, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie. On November 30, 1820